Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to the final part of the Legacy of the Bretons, Elder Scrolls Online, PTS, all that. What you need, Laurel? Laurel?
Lady Arabelle said she could spare you, and I appreciate the help. Before Free was taken by Lord Bacaro, they gave me something. Told me what to do with it if they didn't return. I thought Free was just being cautious, but I think they knew.
What do you think Free knew?
That they weren't coming back. Free gave me a pouch of soil. They said it was special. That they prepared it as part of their purpose. You remember how Free would go on and on about that. Anyway, they asked me to do something after they were gone.
What?
They asked me to go to the overlook north of Glimmertarn, to sprinkle the soil from the pouch there. I made a promise, and I'd like you to fulfill it with me. I think Free would want you to be a part of this. Will you help me, friend?
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Here, take the pouch of soil. There's a beautiful tree by the overlook, tall and majestic. I think that's the perfect place to honor Free's wishes. I'll meet you there.
Is there anything special about the soil in this pouch?
Free said they spent a long time preparing it. That it was a part of them, a part of Galen, a part of the Druids. I don't know if they meant that literally or figuratively. It wasn't always easy to understand Free and the ways of a nature spirit.
Anything else I should know about the tree?
Free enjoyed sitting under it. I think they felt a connection to it, but I'm not really sure. The ways of nature spirits are very different from the things we know. They said to sprinkle the soil, and I think that's the perfect place to do it.
Okay. Well, on the way out, let's go check out my two favorite NPCs from this DLC. Where are you guys? No dialogue? No nothing?
The spirit of Mount Firesong has quieted and the volcano has been destroyed. I assume we have you to thank for that? Now that peace is restored, I've asked Fada to come away with me. I hope she agrees. I think the life of a druid will suit her.
Oh.
After all this, I think I'm going to take Galpin up on it. After all this...
Why is it all
I
echoey?
think I'm going to take Galpin up on his offer and find a quiet spot out in the wilderness to settle down. What do you think? Can a former knight and a druid find a place to be happy? Couldn't hurt to try.
Guys, I found a bug. And it's a really, really late game one, so it probably hasn't been noticed by a lot of people, but it sounds like I'm hearing her thoughts. I'm not actually speaking to her. I wonder, I'll have to check on them again once I actually finish this quest. Because it might change one last time. You'd think these things would die down now that the volcano problems have been solved. Ooh, when we go to High Isle, I'll have to check there.
Free was quite fond of it. Go ahead and sprinkle the soil around its base.
Why does it look like a grave? Is this going to spawn the child of Free?
I thought for sure something would happen, but this is wonderful.
Oh.
Friend, let me tell you what Free has done.
They grew flowers? Ooh, chest.
Did you see what happened, friend? What Free asked us to do with that pouch of soil? It's a miracle.
You need to explain this to me, Laurel.
Of course. After everything you've done for us, I still forget sometimes that you're not a druid. Free had a special connection to the sacred seeds. They used their power as a nature spirit, as the sower, to put some of that magic into the soil.
So that means...
It means that the sacred seeds aren't gone. That the Druid King's regalia will return. Someday. Until that time, we'll need to protect this tree. Nurture it. I'll make sure that all the circles know. We'll find a way to do it together.
Do you think all the druid circles can be trusted?
Trust has to start somewhere. But we still need to gather the elders and form a new Drafa. After that, I'll broach the subject. In the meantime, I'll commune with the tree, with the growing seeds. And I'll be here when they finally blossom.
Is there anything else I can help you with, Laurel?
I think that's everything, my friend. Thanks again for helping me honor Free's request. I hope they find peace and happiness inside the volcano. Anyway, I think you should head back to High Isle now. I know Lady Arabelle is eager to begin the talks.
Is there anything we can do for free?
Free made their decision. Without their sacrifice, none of us would have survived the volcano's eruption. I'll find time to go to Mount Firesong, to commune with the new spirit of the volcano. Sometimes bound spirits respond. Sometimes they don't.
You don't think Free will talk to you?
Oh, Free will commune with me if they're able, but every spirit binding is different. Some can communicate freely, others can only share impressions. And then there are the ones that more or less slumber, as Free did before they were awakened.
Oh, okay. That explains the three little... That's a funky looking tree, though. Yep. And it's very close to a lava vent. Come on, Hyle. We were here just not that long ago. You can load. I believe in you. Oh. Wait. I want to check something else now. Since that was the conclusion of the overall arc. Wait, why am I doing this? I can just... It'll be faster. Just do this. Oh yeah, look. The lava veins are gone. Wait. Yeah. Because that's Iffalon over there, right? Oh, so the skybox did change. Yeah, there's Iffalon in the distance. The lava veins are gone. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so they did have the kind of little touch I was hoping they would have. Neat. Yeah, see, that's the Ascendant, or the Society of the Steadfast. 3 cups. Oh, that's kind of clever how they incorporated the 3 cups into druid lore. 3 circles, 3 alliances. Oh, that's funny.
I assure you, Lady Arabelle, I'm more committed than ever to the Society of the Steadfast's mission of peace.
I'm glad to hear you say that, Captain. Ah, good, you're back.
Howdy doody.
Captain Marguerite and I were just having the most illuminating discussion, dear. Other than some misdirection at the end, Lord Bacaro never allowed his clandestine activities with the Ascendant Order to spill over into the Society of the Steadfast.
Are you confident of that, Lady Arabelle?
Yes, dear, I am. Captain Marguerite's reputation is impeccable, and I've begun to study their ledgers. Nothing is amiss. I'll get someone I trust to perform a thorough investigation, but the Society has done too much good to shut it down now.
And are we ready to start the peace talks?
Just about. Preparations are underway at All Flags Islet, but I have a task for you. I'd like you to invite Count Stefan, Druid Laurel, and Druid Ravana for the talks. They deserve to have a voice in the proceedings. Captain Zaji and Casca, too.
You want Zaji and Casca to participate in the peace talks?
I think Zaji and Casca should get to see the negotiations unfold, but to have them participate, oh goodness no, dear. So, invite Stefan, Laurel, and the rest, and remind Stefan I'm depending on House Mornard for added security.
Where can I find all these people?
Count Stefan will be at Castle Mornard, and Druid Laurel should be in the Vines District in Bastille. Zaji's likely at the docks here in Gonfalon Bay, and Druid Ravana is at her workshop here on High Isle, just west of the city.
Tell me more about the peace talks.
We've been trying to get the leaders of all 3 alliances to the table since this whole affair began. It's been sponsored by the Society of the Steadfast. There are no guarantees, but this is our best chance to end the 3 Banners War.
What happens when the leaders learn about Lord Bacaro's betrayal?
I won't keep that a secret from High King Emmerich and the others, but I will urge them to see the talks through, despite their less than honorable beginnings. This is a real chance for lasting peace, and I damn well plan to make that happen.
Okay. I'm on my way. I'll get the 2 here, and then I'll go back to Galen. Wait, where does it say Zaji is? Oh, he's at the West Docks. Okay. Well, we're here at the eastern exit to the city. Whoops, wrong way. I want to go look at the impresario before I wrap things up, because I probably won't be playing the PTS after this again. I'm just curious. Sometimes the White Strake's Mayhem stuff is a real hit, so let's see
What might these magic...
Why are you wearing that outfit? That's last year's, isn't it? Or last Mayhem 6 months ago? Gloam's Edge. It's like, I guess it's like stealthy, it's real tight leather. Ooh, that's a cool, weird, it's like a Cyclops skull. Yeah, it looks like a kind of like sneaky thief motif. Wait, if there's going to be one more week of PTS, assuming...
Is that a...
Let's see. If there's one more week... Yeah, they might have the last bit of the what's it called? The personality available. That'll be neat. Okay, so Zaji's over there. Alright, we'll go talk to Laurel or Ravana first, and then we'll go talk to Zaji. Alrighty, where was I? I thought there was a crisis happening in my home. Thankfully there wasn't, but... Ooh, hold on. I'm a little far from the mic. Hope that's not too loud. Let's see. That seems fine. Audio work. Yeah, it's weird. I did not expect we'd be seeing Ravana again, and yet at the end of this all, she played such a big role.
Friend, what a pleasant surprise.
Oh, okay. I came around to your side, but that's fine. Oh, you look so warm and toasty from the fire.
What brings you back here?
Oh, you
so
look too
soon,
warm and
friend?
toasty.
Not another danger to the archipelago, I hope.
Lady Arabelle wants you to represent the Stone Lord Druids of High Isle at the peace talks.
I'm neither an elder nor an archdruid. Shouldn't Lady Arabelle invite one of them? Most of the surviving senior members of the Circle are deep in discussions about the Dreyfa. Very well. Tell her I'll attend the talks.
Good. I'll see you on All Flags Islet. Oh, we're going back there.
I'm pleased that Lady Arabelle thought to include the druids of the archipelago in the peace talks. As you have seen, events on the mainland reach even to our distant shores. Still, I wish we had archdruids or elders available for the task.
Are you interested in becoming an elder or an archdruid, Ravana?
Perhaps one day, but I'm much too young to be called an elder. Don't you agree? As for archdruid, one doesn't just receive that accolade. Only druids of immense presence and power ever achieve such a rank. Will I someday? We shall see.
Okay. And now let's find good old Captain Zaji.
Ready to ride.
I wonder why specifically Zaji, like, and not Dulef. I don't know, that's weird. I get it, we all love Zaji, but he doesn't seem to have much relation to the talks.
Make sure the Pounce is ready to sail the moment Queen Irene calls for us.
The Pounce is ready. I could use some quiet time for a change.
Maybe you spoke too soon, Casca. Look who it is.
Hey, Zaji.
Always a pleasure, Five Claw, but you also tend to bring trouble to Zaji. And more work. So what is it this time? A Periite cult? Vampire armies from deep underground, what?
Wait, we've done those before, Zaji. You missed those. Both of those, actually. Lady Arabelle would like you and Casca to attend the peace talks and observe as observers and guards.
Zaji and Casca are invited? Well, as expected, of course. After all Zachi has done, it is only natural to want him there to observe, and to keep the Queen and the others safe. But Casca too, really? Oh, very well, if Lady Arabelle insists.
We'll see you on All Flags Islet, Zaji.
Zaji and Casca will leave for the islet at once, and will bring along a few of the Pounce's crew. A little extra muscle never hurts, yes?
Do you think the peace talks have any chance of success, Zaji?
There is always a chance, Five Claw. It may be very, very small. So small that you cannot see it with the naked eye, but it is there nonetheless. This one does hope it works out, though. War is a terrible business indeed.
You're just in time, Five Claw. We're about to head out to the Pounds. Zaji wants her ready to sail at a moment's notice.
Isn't Queen Irene going to wait until the peace talks conclude before you set sail?
Yes, but according to Zaji, the Queen's in a terrible mood. He thinks she'll raise anchor and leave the proceedings the first time something stupid comes out of Emmerich or Ernskar's mouth. Hence, our sudden burst of activity.
I don't think so. Of the three of them, I think she's the most patient. Or at least flexible. What am I doing? Alright, so they're both in vest here, right? She should be outside.
Rogue knights, druid prophecies, erupting volcanoes. If it's not one thing, it's another.
What are these, the local gossips?
Surely the mainland doesn't have these kinds of problems. It's just lucky for us a mainlander hero was around to lend a hand.
Still, I'm seriously reconsidering my decision to move to the archipelago. I was promised sun and waves, not near-death experiences.
Tiani and Mazeline? They're the gossips.
Blight it all. We have to find a way for the circles to work together.
The Elder Tide are willing, but we have yet to choose new leaders. And we still distrust
Naraya.
the Firesong.
And this clown.
The Firesong are aware of our mistakes. We don't expect forgiveness, but we want a chance to make amends. I promise our next leader will have less aggressive aspirations.
Yeah, this was the clown. He's wearing the wrong outfit still.
Blight and damnation. Trying to get the druid circles to agree on anything is like trying to herd fawns. But you're not here to deal with my problems. Not this time. What can I do for you, my friend?
Lady Arabelle wants you to represent the druids of Galen at the peace talks.
Really? After you just saw my negotiating skills in action? Wait, you're serious? Well, why not? I definitely want what's best for my people. And maybe I can learn something watching the Alliance leaders. I'll be happy to attend.
Good. We'll see you at All Flags Islet on High Isle.
And just between us, the talks with the druid circles aren't going too badly. I just lose patience sometimes. I want everything to happen right now. But flowers blossom when they're ready. Am I right?
Speaking of that, and this somewhat intrusive question, how are you and Count Stefan getting along, Laurel?
What? Did Stefan say something? What are you asking? Count Stefan and I are getting along fine. Never better. And I'd rather not talk about this at the moment, if that's all the same to you.
Yeah, that was not an appropriate question. Hey, clown.
I know the Firesong have not earned a place at the talks, but I will come if you will have me. I must bear witness for the rest of my circle, and offer to make amends if I can.
Good luck with that. Hey, it's the lady with the cool tattoos. What's up?
I would like to observe this gathering of leaders for the Elder Tide. If nothing else, I will tell everyone there what you did for my circle.
Okay. Goodbye. Let me talk to the lady one more time. The dame. Does she still have...
all this bloodshed really the result of a druidic prophecy, Galfin?
I'm afraid so, Feda. Sometimes religious conviction can drive even the best of us to do terrible things.
Bakara was not the best
Well,
of
at least
us.
the Ascendant Lord has been defeated. And we found each other, Galfin. That's the sunlight breaking through the clouds.
Yay.
After all this...
Oh, nope. Still hearing her brain. I'm going to come back here one last time after we finish the last quest. Okay, what's your story?
Terrible thing losing the Count. Vestir's been guided by his wisdom for as long as I can remember. My mother had a saying about idle hands and wandering thoughts. I can't quite remember them.
Okay, you're just a weird NPC with no real...
Captain Marguerite was as good as her word. Get those supplies distributed at once.
Right away, Count Stefan.
Friend, welcome back to Castle Mornard.
The throne suits you.
Lady Arabelle told me to trust Captain Marguerite, and so far so good. The Society of the Steadfast restarted their relief efforts, and things have been moving smoothly ever since. But what brings you back to Galen, friend?
Lady Arabelle would like you to represent Galen at the peace talks.
Does she now? And what role would a minor count play in discussions concerning the greater fate of all of Tamriel? No, forgive me, friend. It's just been a lot lately. Of course I'll attend. Is there anything Lady Arabelle needs of me?
She also requests that you bring a contingent of House Mornard knights.
Ah, yes. After all this trouble, such a request isn't all that surprising. Very well. Tell Lady Arabelle Count Stefan shall attend the peace talks with a contingent of his finest knights at his side. Will that do?
Perfectly. We'll see you at All Flags Islet, Count Stefan.
How my father ever accomplished anything with the constant parade of supplicants and requests, I'll never understand. Or Archdruid Revolve, for that matter. Now I know what it's like when everyone is constantly vying for a moment of your attention.
Is it really that bad being the Count, Stefan?
No, it's not all that bad. Stressful, yes, but rewarding in its own way. You know, I really do like making decisions that help people. And I've even gotten the nobles and druids to sit down together. Once. Maybe my plans will work out after all.
Okay. All Flags Islet, you say? I didn't expect we'd be coming back here. I didn't expect a lot of things, I guess. Ooh. Covenant Knight. Whoa, what armor is that? Wait, what armor is this? That's not... I don't think that's... Wait, that might be actually Daggerfall style. Hold on. I can confirm just by looking at the helmet. Armor style, head. It's not the light one. Is it the medium one? It is the medium one. Okay, so they're using their Cyrodiil motifs. Stonelord Druid. Mornard Knight, Pack Knight, Stonelord Druid. Yeah, okay, they are using... Oh, Captain Sirving. What's up, Captain?
I'm not sure why the Lordling invited me to this, and I'm not sure why I decided to come. I suppose it's interesting to see how the various alliances negotiate. It appears to be a lot less bloody than the functions I've attended in Piandronia.
Zaji and Casca have arrived! The party may now begin! All right, Zaji supposes they should finish the peace talks first, then the party.
You're optimistic.
5 Claw! Isn't this exciting? Oh, Lady Arabelle said to send you into Memorial Hall as soon as you arrived. She definitely wants to talk to you.
Okay, is there no... There's a Pack Knight, and there's a Daggerfall, a Covenant Knight. Is there no Aldmeri Knight? It's weird, you'd think there would be one. Are there like some over here, maybe? No, they seem to be limited to the courtyard. Oh, there's one. Dominion Knight. Yep. Hey, Laurel.
You know, this is my first visit to this islet. It was closed off and abandoned for so long. I'm glad to see the efforts they've done to renovate it and make it presentable. Don't mind me. I ramble when I get nervous.
Speaking of rambling, hey, Doolif.
Hello, mate. I understand that what's about to happen here is in no small part because of you. Don't mind me. I'm just an observer. The Mages Guild rightly sent Valencia to represent our interests here.
Okay. I hope there's some NPCs from the side quests, because otherwise this would be quite an empty hall. Oh, this will be interesting to see this place not in the middle of a conflict, too. Ooh.
Over here, dear. Time to get this conference started.
Alright.
I see everyone has arrived. Well done, dear. And I did my part as well. The Alliance leaders are already downstairs.
Did you have any trouble getting the leaders here?
Oh, just the usual hemming and hawing. I just applied my natural charisma and threatened them with bodily harm. The leaders do want a word with you, though, if you're willing to indulge them.
Of course.
I'm pleased that Lady Arabelle thought to include the druids of the archipelago in the peace talks. As you have seen...
Okay, so that's... we've heard that already.
I heard what Lady Arabelle told you. Well, you can't keep the leaders of the three alliances waiting. That's a capital offense, I believe. Go on downstairs and present yourself. We can catch up later.
Okay, not just a generic druid. Is this really everyone that's here? That's kind of a bummer. I was hoping some of the NPCs from the side quests and stuff would be showing up. Maybe there's an after party?
Lord Bacaro, a villain. Rogue knights collaborating with druids? And what was that about sea elves? This visit to the archipelago has been one surprise after another. I owe you a lot, friend. You saved my life, and you saved my realm.
Your realm?
I've ignored the druids of the archipelago for too long. The few I've met over the years seem, well, quaint, eccentric. I thought their insistence on clinging to the ancient ways was harmless. But I forgot about the dark roots of their tradition.
Dark roots?
The weirds of High Rock distanced themselves from politics, but the druids of old were a different breed. They used fearsome magic to rule over the early Bretons, either directly or from behind the scenes, and they jealously guarded their power.
Huh, we didn't hear that part of the story. Do you plan to go forward with the peace talks?
Why in oblivion not? I've been here this long. What's another few days? If the Breton legacy has a dark side, it also shows courage and commitment. If Irene and Ernskar are willing to talk, so am I. But I wonder if Lord Bacaro had the right idea.
You think Lord Bacaro was right?
Oh, not about the whole Ascendant Lord and murder thing. But about finding someone other than one of us to sit on the throne. I can't imagine Irene or Yoren agreeing to bow down to me willingly, and I feel the same way. We'll just have to see.
Who does become emperor
Fills my heart
after
with
this?
pride to know the High King knows something of our deeds.
I don't know lore-wise.
There you are. And the hero of the day again. I knew we weren't done with the Ascendant Order after the assault on all.
Does he have a black eye?
But I never imagined it was Lord Bacaro who betrayed us.
Why does he have a black eye? Are you heading back to Windhelm now?
That's what my father would expect. But I don't feel that I'm quite done here yet. Nothing in my instructions covers what's happened so far. And Lord Bacaro's treachery calls into question the very sanctity of these peace talks.
So the peace talks are a failure?
I wouldn't say that. I came here to do a job, and I think it can still be done. I plan to send word to the Skull King. Tell him I'm staying. At least as long as Emmerich and Irene agree. Lord Bacaro may have deceived us, but peace is still possible.
Will Yoren, the Skald King, agree with that decision?
He won't be happy about the way Lord Bacaro manipulated him. But when I explain what happened here, and what you did, friend, he'll support my decision. He really is an excellent king, my father. But don't tell him I said that.
Why? He really does look like he has a black eye.
I like to think I'm not easily fooled. But not in 1,000 years would I have guessed that Lord Bacaro was the secret leader of the Ascendant Order. No one argued more eloquently for a lasting peace than he did.
Will the peace talks still take place?
The revelation that these talks were merely part of the Ascendant Lord's plan to seize power makes it difficult. But as far as we can tell, the Society of the Steadfast Intentions are pure. And I think Lord Bacaro might have outsmarted himself.
How so?
Bacaro wanted to prove his worth. Show us that by blood and circumstance, he was the best suited to take power. Instead, through his actions as the Ascendant Lord, Emmerich, Ansgar, and I learned that we could actually work together.
So you think peace is still possible?
I think so, yes. I've come to believe that Emmerich and Ansgar want peace as badly as I do, and I'm willing to see where these discussions lead. We may not come to any conclusions, but isn't the possibility worth the effort? I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Your attention, please. Lady Arabelle requests that everyone join her in the reception hall.
Maybe here, side characters? Maybe here? Have we been in the reception hall before? Wait. No, it's still quite... Oh, no, there's some characters. Oh, there's actually quite a few characters here. Okay. Well, let's chat with people before we get this underway.
I'm not sure why the Lordling invited me to this.
Okay, we had this. She said that already. Oh, it's Quen and Ulmindir. How are things going for you, Horn Dog?
Is that really Queen Irene and High King Emmerich? My word. Quen told me to be on my best behavior, but this is an opportunity too good to pass up. What? I won't steal anything too noticeable.
Would it be notable?
Don't stop to talk to me, partner. There are way more important people at this affair that want your attention.
I forget, Quen is a high elf, right? She's just a very pale-skinned one? She's not a Bosmer, she's way too tall. Ravana?
After all the pain and suffering we've endured lately, I hope the various leaders negotiate in good faith. We've had enough betrayal for one season, I think.
Valencia, long time no see.
Look around, friend. All these people are here because of you. I don't know what we would have done without you.
Oh, Clowny Boy?
I do not deserve to be here. No Firesong does. But I will do my best to listen and remember what is said here today.
Cool tattoo lady?
It is not the Eldertide way to kneel before any crown of metal. But I admit, I will probably spend the rest of my life retelling the story of what I see in this room today.
Laurel?
This is so exciting. I've always wanted to attend a function such as this. Stefan used to tell me stories about them. He seemed to hate these sorts of events, but to me they sounded fascinating.
Dulef?
Ready for your big moment? Oh, I know you hate these sorts of things. Me too. But it's not for us. It's for everybody else. Gives them a sense of closure. Like when your ship finally bangs up against the dock after a long voyage. Just smile, mate.
Okay. Marguerite, we had very little
Lady
interactions.
Arabelle is going to speak soon. I look forward to hearing what she will say on this auspicious occasion.
Oh my god, is that Jakarn hitting it off with the Duchess? Alright. Raz!
Who knows? Perhaps Raz will meet a nice druid boy while he is here. This one likes...
Oh wait, he's just...
Of course, of course. You would think
Okay,
Raz...
he's just repeating his dialogue from the end of his quest. That's weird. Casca?
Is this what is meant by peace talks? Everyone is talking, but none of it seems to be very important. Maybe we should just find a fighting pit and let them settle things my way.
Your way ends up with a lot of people dead, Casca.
Look at Zaji, rubbing elbows with kings and queens. This one's mother would be so proud. If she were talking to Zaji, that is.
I wonder, is that modular? Because when you finish the Southern Elsewhere line, they kind of reconcile a little bit. I wonder if he says the same thing if your character has done that. I'll have to check with my main. Jakarn?
Hey, good looking. Did you miss me?
I thought you left, Jakarn. What are you doing here?
I did go back to the mainland, but a new opportunity went sideways and it seemed prudent to disappear again. You know how it is. And I never miss a party. That's one of the 3 inalienable rules I live by. The other 2 fluctuate, depending.
Will you stick around after the party?
I might. I would like to see how the peace talks turn out. And Lady Arabelle implied she might have more work for me. Something more substantial than ferrying messages. I think she plans to ask me to be her partner. What? It could happen.
Lord Bacaro, the Ascendant Lord. You know, I never really trusted that man. He was too charitable. Anyway, congratulations on solving the mystery and saving the archipelago. You have my thanks.
I wonder if they can get that whale. That's a very large... That would be a very large furnishing, but I wonder if that'll ever be a thing you can get. Let's see, who else is here? Oh, from Ifri's Path. How are you doing?
I was told this was a celebration, but I think there are too many long faces for that to be true. You'd better give these good folks something to smile about.
How are things going at Ifri's Path?
As well as can be expected. Pitoff and I are figuring out what it means to be chroniclers. I mean, without the help of a nature spirit. And we talked with Druid Laurel. I think we're going to allow druids from the other circles to come help us.
I heard Archdruid Raval named you Druid Kin, outsider. If you did as much for the Archdruids as you did for my Gwinnale, I can see how you've earned that title.
Who's looking after Ifri's Path in your absence?
We left the path in the care of the animals who roam it. I have no doubt that they'll be able to deter outsiders from wandering too far into our sacred site. Other druids will join us there soon, and we will rebuild our halls of memory.
You think you can do that without the Chronicle?
What choice do we have? Our stories and history are important, perhaps now more than ever. If my understanding of recent events is true, then you know the dangers of burying or misinterpreting the past. History should be learned from, not repeated.
Hey, this is the anniversary cake. Hero Brian, what are you doing here?
I see you learned from our experience. Never let down your client. Do you think maybe you could put in a good word for me with Count Stefan? I could really use a contact in House Bernard.
I'd recommend you. We had a fun little adventure.
May we speak?
We may in a second. Let me just talk to the leaders.
When I boarded Captain Kaleem's ship in Wayrest, I never imagined the voyage would lead me to this place, this moment. We've had an adventure, my friend. No denying that. Dark and dangerous at times, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
After the Ascendant Magus attacked All Flags Islet, I hoped we were done with sinister plots and masked villains. I knew the Ascendant Lord was still on the loose, but I never imagined it would end like this.
Sounds like you were involved in a great battle on Ifalon. I'm sorry I missed it.
Anyone else sulk? Ooh, they got 2 of the cakes. Wow, they spent a lot of event tickets. Wait, I can search the meal instead of take it? That's weird. Is there anyone? Oh, this is like a almost. Wait, it's weird. It's missing a lot of spots. I would say. Actually, this looks like it's a base game map. It doesn't have anything from like Skyrim or even Hughes Bane or anything. Arabelle?
Count Stefan has been waiting forever to get a word with you. We can talk later, dear. For now, go indulge the Count.
I thought Arabelle would be the final NPC to talk to. Interesting.
Finally, we get a moment to ourselves. I did want to speak with you before Lady Arabelle gets on with the important business.
What do you want to talk about, Count Stefan?
I wanted... Damn, this went better in my head. I've never been as good at speaking my mind as my father was, or Archdruid Raval. Now, he was an orator. Sorry, I'm babbling. Let me start over. Thank you for everything, my friend.
You don't need to thank me, Count Stefan.
Now, don't start with that sort of nonsense. Of course I need to thank you. You saved us all. What kind of count would I be? What sort of friend? if I didn't let you know how much what you've done for us means to me.
Thank you.
All right, I've taken up enough of your time. I know how eager Lady Arabelle is to get the peace talks underway. We'll talk later. Now go speak to Lady Arabelle and let her know everything is ready for her to begin.
All right. Oh, okay, now I can talk to her. Now is important time.
Have I mentioned how much I detest public speaking? Goes against all my training as a spy and agent of the king. I'm supposed to hear all the important bits of dialogue, not recite them. Ah, well, before all that, I want to share something with you.
You going to do that, Lady Arabelle?
Yes, I do. As we conclude this business with Lord Bacaro and the Ascended Order, I want you to know how much your help has meant to me. Take this as payments for services above and beyond the call of duty. Now, I have a speech to deliver, my dear. We stand here today because of Lord Bacaro. What he brought together through the Society of the Steadfast, and what he tried to bring about as the Ascendant Lord. Instead of dividing us, instead of defeating and conquering us, he showed us what's possible when we work side by side. And through the courage and sacrifice of many of the people gathered here, as well as the nature spirit free, we persevered and won the day. Now to our royal guests I say, let's recognize our friend, and then start the talks.
Our friend has performed above the call of duty. I name them Champion of the Covenant.
Not so fast, Emmerich. I name them Champion of the Dominion.
Then I name them Champion of the Pact.
Your Majesties, please. All of that would never fit on the medal. Let's just agree on Champion of the Alliances, shall we?
Oh, that has a good ring to it.
Oh, very well.
I can live with that.
If you insist.
Is that actually a title I got from the achievement? No, I got an Ascendant Lord Greatsword, though. Oh, wait, maybe it's if you do... hold on a second. Where's Firesong? No, Guardian of Galen. Really, there's no Champion of the Alliances. I got the Greatsword, I guess, from him. That's disappointing. They should have made that a title. Sower's Savior. Yeah, that's a shame. Alright, let's chat with everyone now that the talks are over.
This is the part of the story I hate the most. When we must inevitably say goodbye. As much as I try to avoid it, I have a terrible habit of growing quite attached to the people I work with. All that said, I will miss you most emphatically, my dear.
What's next for Lady Arabelle?
My contract with the Society of the Steadfast doesn't end until the peace talks conclude. And who knows how long the Alliance leaders will yell at each other now that they've finally started. After that, some travel, some writing, some time to relax.
I keep hearing noises in my house. I don't like it. Do you think these talks will end the Three Banners War?
Truthfully, I'm not sure. I hope Emmerich and the others can work something out. There's been more than enough blood spilled over the Ruby Throne for my taste. Alas, things like this aren't up to me. I do think there's a chance, though, thanks to you.
Will you look for another mystery to solve?
I rarely have to look, dear. They seek me out. I would like a little time to recover from this ordeal, though. My old bones don't spring back like they once did. And I really want to find someone to, let's say, share a bottle or two with. Yes?
I'm still asking about this. What about Investigator Vale? Is that what you're going to write?
These accusations that I'm some clandestine writer of tawdry thrillers are beginning to rankle, dear. I understand that the next Vale novel will feature an unlikely location, a new romantic interest, and a villain of epic proportions. Or so I heard.
Alright, where were we?
I assume you're off on another adventure after this. Take me with you. I'm not sure I'm ready to deal with the responsibilities that come with my new title.
You'd really set aside the leadership of House Bernard?
No. Both my father and Archdruid Reval taught me better than that. It is tempting, though, to pick a direction and just go. But there are challenges to take on right here in the archipelago. I think I'm actually looking forward to them.
Do you think you'll ever reconcile your dual heritages?
Dual heritages? Do you refer to Bretons being half-elf, or are you talking about my noble versus druid upbringing? Well, either way, there's nothing to reconcile. All of that is a part of me. Makes me who I am. If anything, I want to make use of it all.
Will House Menard take on a bigger role in the governing of the sisters?
I think I have more than enough on my plate with Galen and building better relations with the druids. But I don't believe in the feud that has plagued the noble houses of the sisters for years. If High Isle needs help, House Menard will provide it.
Well, what about Druid Laurel?
After all that has happened, I suppose I can confide in you. I'm going to ask Druid Laurel to stay in Vastir. Help me as a liaison between the city and the Druid circles. And if we also find time to renew a friendship of old, well, we shall see.
Excuse me. Hey, how's your sister, or cousin? He was your cousin.
So you really are a hero? I'm glad you didn't turn Jocelyn and me into the authorities for our little, procurement enterprise. But hey, thanks what you did for us. I won't forget it.
Any progress on doing the curse?
Not so far, but I have hope. Druid Finis is consulting with the best minds in the 3 druid circles. Someone is bound to come up with a solution eventually. And in the meantime, Jocelyn's leaves are growing in nicely.
That's weird and morbid, Octon. I'm gonna leave you now. Hero Brian?
What an inspiration you are. So productive and efficient. Watching your promotion from lowly guard to a mineral surveyor to savior of the Isles gives me hope. It also makes me a bit jealous. I worked so hard. I hope my efforts pay off financially.
Do you have plans for yourself?
Naturally. One must always stay working. Maximizing effort means increased income and respect. I should offer my services to all the assembled dignitaries. That's how I get my name out there.
How'd the mineral survey go?
Safely and productively, thanks to you. I found a rich vein of ebony that quite pleased House Menard. I assume they'll start mining right away. If only I could receive a cut of those profits. But I know they'll spread my name to new clients.
I don't think so. And the leaders?
Well done, my friend. Well done. The Daggerfall Covenant will not forget your actions here in the archipelago, and on a more personal note, neither will I. Now, we can get on with these blasted talks. Finally. Thanks to you.
Let me add my thanks to all these accolades, my friend. Your courage and resolve stopped a true villain from gaining terrible power, and you saved many lives. You have the gratitude of the Aldmeri Dominion, and of its queen.
Aaron Scar?
Congratulations, friend. You earned every honor the Society and the other alliances want to bestow on you, as well as the gratitude of the Ebonheart Pact. I'll get the Skull King to issue a separate proclamation. He'll be sorry he missed all this.
I mean, the voice actor's probably just fine. He probably just really didn't want to do this, if I had to guess.
I suppose I should offer my congratulations. Not only did you help Quen and me, but I understand you calmed the volcano. Nicely done. Maybe next you could do something about mud crabs. I really despise the shells and those weird eye stalks.
How can you hate a crab? How could you hate a crab? What's wrong with you?
All these lords and ladies. Usually I stay out of sight around these types. I'm not sure how to act while mingling with them. It's worth it to celebrate you, partner. You always seem to show up just when you're needed.
Did you deliver the druid relic?
We met our contact after leaving Lanshara. I thought Umindior would take credit, but he didn't care. All he could think about was that Neri woman. The pay was good, but the experience was more important. I really think this is the life for me.
What's next for you?
Money and adventure aren't the only reason I got into this life. I have something important I need to do. Someone I need to find. I don't really want to get into it now. But if you ever land in a bar's landing, maybe we can work together again.
Interesting. I wonder what she says if you've done the Hughes Bane stuff.
Now the discussions to resolve seasons of conflict begin. This is an important moment, friend, and you made it happen. Even if the peace talks fail, good things will come of this. They must. And know that you always have a place with the Stone Lore.
Look around, friend. All these people are here because of you. I don't know what we would have done without you.
Oop.
My circle lost its way under Archdruid Orlaith. Some of us knew it, but we had gone too far. All we could do was fight on and hope that Orlaith's victory would be worth the price. I regret the things we did and promise to make up for it.
Once you realize, why did you keep following Archdruid Orlaith?
Prophecy and faith are powerful things, outsider. And Orlaith told very convincing stories with her words. By the time I saw the truth of where she was leading us, there was no way to oppose her. Orlaith was just too powerful.
So what happens now?
It's true that a small number of Firesong cling to Orlaith's lies. But the rest of us, we want to make amends. Work with the other circles and see what comes of Count Stefan's overtures. We'd like to be part of the future of the archipelago.
Tattoo lady?
You and Count Stefan have given the Elder Tide much to consider. We always guarded these islands against outsiders. Pirates, yes, but also nobles, settlers, and townsfolk. Now I see we may find friends where once we saw enemies.
Laurel, I'm surprised you aren't more center stage here.
So much death and destruction because a man spoke a few words in the ancient past. I think I may have learned as much as I care to about the Druid King. Now I need to look to the future. We all do. And we can, thanks to you.
So you're gonna stop studying Druid history, Laurel?
Well, not completely. There are still mysteries to solve, secrets to learn. But I also need to concern myself with the present, the future. What's next for the Stone Lore and the Druid circles? How do we move forward from here? I do love a challenge.
Do you think we'll ever see Free again?
Free isn't gone. They just found a new purpose. And by their actions, they calmed the volcano and saved us all. I'll go to Ivalon, try to commune with Free. Sometimes bound spirits respond, sometimes not. But they'll know I remember, that I care.
What's next for the Druids of the archipelago?
The remaining elders and archdruids are talking. They'll call a Drafa soon. Then, we'll see. We have to make sure the Firesong return to the true path, and we have to learn to trust them. To trust each other. Again. Ifrey will guide us.
And what about Count Stefan?
Stefan suffered some great losses. We all did. But he's strong. He'll make a good leader for Galen. And the Druids are already responding to his overtures. Oh, you mean... that's rather personal. Even for us. But Stefan and I... we'll see.
Well, that's done. What's next for us, I wonder? I do like it here on Galen, and I enjoy spending time with Laurel and Stefan. But I'm an adventurer at heart. The sea calls to me. Perhaps we'll cross paths again, mate. Stranger things have happened.
I wouldn't mind. He'd be a cool recurring character.
The Society of the Steadfast will continue to provide help wherever it is needed. Whether war or disaster, we will be there to heal, to feed, and to shelter. I give you my word. Lord Baccaro's treachery was his alone. The Society's mission remains.
I should have known you had a hand in all of this, outsider. You seem to have a knack for making hopeless situations turn out for the better.
Okay, I think we already...
We left the path in
yeah,
the
okay,
care
we
of
did the same dialogue.
That Druid Laurel of the Stone Lore Circle. She's trying to get us all to work together. I suppose these peace talks are giving us all ideas.
It would be nice. 3 alliances, 3 circles, everyone getting along.
You'd think the Knight Commander would have a nicer office. Well, if I must work here while my own wing of the castle undergoes repairs, I may just have to do some redecorating.
Oh, you have the wrong dialogue. You're talking like you're in your own castle.
Hey, good looking.
Okay, so there's all the
I
same.
did go back to
okay.
the...
Raz, is your dialogue still weird?
Who knows?
It sure is. Okay. Wait. No, yeah, it's all the same. Zaji?
Zaji worries about the leaders. Do you know Zaji once saw Queen Irene decapitate someone with a spoon? A spoon! Ah, well, out of Zaji's paws. But if you ever need us, Five Claw, Casca will come running. Zaji too, but definitely Casca.
Thank you.
Peace. I wonder if they'd really do it. I've grown to respect all three leaders in the time we've been assisting them, but I know these are not easy waters to sail. Anyway, if you ever need us, Five Claw, just send word to the Perfect Pounds.
And last but not least, I'm surprised no one's kind of dropping hints as to like the next chapter. There's usually one or two hidden somewhere.
I'm not sure why the Lordling invited me to this, and
Okay,
I'm
so
not
that's the same dialogue as before. I guess that's it then. The end of the Legacy of the Bretons. When do they usually announce... I feel like it's the beginning of January. They usually announce the next chapter and like the theming for the year. I wonder what it's going to be. I'm hoping for Hammerfell. I would love to see there. I mean, the big three for me would be Hammerfell first, and then something related to the Bosmer second, and then the Telvanni Peninsula.
Are we ready to begin, Your Majesties?
I suddenly feel extremely humble.
Well, gentlemen, shall
Wait.
we?
I suppose we shall. We did endure much to get to this point, after all.
Then let us see how possible peace may be.
Oh. What was the trigger for that? I was like leaving the hall, maybe? I was gonna say, it's weird if they just stand around doing that. They probably have to sit down. No, they're leaving forever. Actually, wait, can I go in that door? I cannot go in that door. Well then. I guess that's that. Oh, wait! We have one last thing to do. I almost forgot. Just one last bit of closure, if you will. I like this zone. I do enjoy this zone. I just think the way shrines are the only problem with it. The way shrines need to be just like rearranged. Other than that, the zone is pretty
Is all
fun.
this bloodshed really the result
Oh,
of a
it's the
druidic
same
prophecy,
dialogue?
Galfin?
I'm afraid so, Fada. The spirit of Mount Firesong has quieted and the volcano...
Okay, well.
And we found
Still, they
each
got a
other.
good happy ending, and I can, for some reason, hear the thoughts in her brain, but that's fine. But that's it for the Legacy of the Bretons, the Elder Scrolls Online 2022 storyline year. What is this? Are we in year 7 or 8? I can't keep track of these things. I can do it by the number of cakes there's been. There's been 1, 2, 3. Those were the base ones. Then there was the one for Somerset. No, that was the one for Somerset. There was the one for Elsewhere. Wait, no, that's not right either. I'll do it by 1, 2, 3. I think this is the 8th year. Let me just look it up. When did Elder Scrolls Online come out? It was 2014 April. So yeah, it has been 8 years. We're going on to year 9. That's a long time to support a game, but I guess it is an MMO, so that's not unheard of. WoW has been doing it for... I don't even know how long WoW's been around, but it's been around for a very long time. But that's it for now, so thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next stuff up real soon, but until then, bye.